下主。やっと。
是。
どうじゃわ。
おう。
おじゅう。そうなの。No è. Giusto là. Oh. Sì, Vivi. Shaju?
Oh.やっと。スプレッラ。 Mais oui.
Whew. My back's kind of hurting just a little bit. Just a little bit out of my bed. So, I have a couple of criticisms for myself when it comes to the space. I think when I do any space going forward, I think I'm just gonna do this in general, even if it's just myself first, or if I have anybody in there. I'm gonna try not to go too much off the cuff. I'm gonna write down what it is that I want to say, or the points that I want to touch on. Because it's funny, when I was thinking about doing the space earlier today, like I had everything kind of like already in my mind and clear how I wanted to say it, but that was like earlier. You know what I mean? When I came into this space now, I was a little bit like kind of scatterbrained on what exactly I wanted to focus on. So, to help with that, I'm gonna start writing it down so I'll know what it is that I want to like touch on. And I think that's yeah, I think that's one of that's probably the biggest one. I'm gonna try to curate it just a little bit more, man, because I didn't really want the space to go on for that long. It went on way too long for what I was going for. So let's get up.
Naturally.
Yeah. I'm not really happy with how it came out, but I'm not like upset about it. I just think next time what I need to do is just try to curate it a little more and know exactly what it is that I want to say before I actually, you know, start speaking on it. So it wasn't bad though. I liked the conversation. It was interesting listening to everybody. It wasn't exactly how I wanted it. You know what I mean? And you know, we kind of like all went off on a few different tangents and stuff like that. So, I'm gonna try to like cut the time down a little bit and try to just curate it just a little bit more. That, I'm not gonna lie, man, that dude was kind of getting on my nerves, man.
You fucking hard, dude.
Yeah, man. I low key, like, I actually low key wanted to kick him out, like, for a second, because he was starting to get on my nerves. You know what I mean?
Just kept interrupting people, didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, all sorts of dumb shit.
Yeah, that's. I think he was part of the reason why the space kind of got prolonged a little bit, because he just kind of was just saying some random shit, man. That was, I mean, at least Silky, right? Even if we don't really agree with what he was saying, at least what he was saying was kind of like on topic with what we were talking about, so it wasn't like too off the topic, you know what I mean? This other dude, man, like he was just jumping in and just, so what, 52 CUs or 36 CUs? Which one, huh? What's the difference? And I'm like, yeah, right, that's what I thought. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's not necessary, man. And that type of shit is just prolonging all of this, you know what I mean? I don't want that, man. So, yeah, next time I'll probably just, either just not let him in, or I have to tell him, I'd be like, yo, you need to chill out with that shit, man. Or I'm gonna have to kick your ass out.
Do you know him?
I don't know him. I mean, I've seen him around, but I don't know him. He just followed me today, I guess, probably because of the space, but other than that, I don't know who he is really. So.
I was like, homie's annoying as shit, yo.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do, because I don't feel like I had a chance to say everything that I wanted to say. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of take some of the points that I was gonna touch on and just drag it over into the next phase. because it's still kind of on topic. You know what I mean? And I'll just kind of lightly touch on them and just say what it is that I want to say, and then start going into the other points. I think the next one is going to be interesting because and I actually know what I want to say, but I'm still going to write it down anyway. I think it's going to be interesting because it's really, you know, Microsoft, I mean Sony, right, with the PlayStation 5 is really, literally, delivered on everything that they promised their fan base, you know, and it's like people don't want to give them credit for what they do, man. But at this point, I think it's starting to become like irrefutable. You know what I mean? To the point where like even the fan base is like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? So I think that conversation will be kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't understand these dudes, man. Like, that's the shit that, like, really, I don't get it, man. I just don't understand. Right? How somebody can go through so much pain and strife and this whole stupid ass Stockholm syndrome, man, and then continue to support the brand. And then continue to find any reason to support the brand and linger by holding on to this stuff. And then to even go even further, right? To blame someone else that didn't deserve the blame in the first place, right? Like I keep seeing people, they keep saying like, what you call it? Yo, Sony's gonna feel the wrath of Microsoft now because now that Sony blocked the deal, now they're just gonna take the money and Call of Duty is, you know, Activision is gonna be upset at Sony. I'm like, dude, Sony didn't block the fucking deal. The regulatory body did. That's their job. You know, that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to look into this type of stuff. You know what I mean? I think what you're doing is you're injecting your feelings into it, man. Activision is a company, like any other company. They're gonna do what their company is whatever's in the best interest of their company, man. They're not gonna cut Call of Duty from Sony. You know what I mean? So it's like, I just see stupid shit like that all the time, man. And I don't understand it, man. You know, you have so many people who just will not, I mean, will not call a spade, man. You know, they will not, you know, criticize Microsoft as a company or Xbox as a brand the way that they need to, man. And the people who do, it's like few and far between. And you have so many people who are like loud minorities who overshadow them in it, and the message kind of gets muddied a little bit, you know. So. But anyway.
So I mean, you saw what I was doing with Silky, right?
What was that?
I wanted him to explain himself, man, because it doesn't make any sense.
Admit it. Yeah, I did notice that when you were asking him questions.
And he's like, I wouldn't call it degradation. I would call it stagnation. I'm like, stagnation?
Fucking degradation, bro. How do you go from Gears of War 1, 2, and 3 to fucking Sea of Thieves? You know what I mean? Like, you can't tell me that's not a degradation. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why I didn't want to go to the games. You know why? Because, I like those games. I said, but them blades, though, you know what I'm saying? Everybody loved those blades. And then they just fucked it up there, too.
What blades?
The Xbox 360 blades.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it kills me, man. You know, when people act surprised. You know what I mean? They're like, I mean, I don't understand why Microsoft isn't focusing on the console. They need to focus more on the console and stuff. I'm like, bro, bitch, this is what they told you. They literally told you on multiple different occasions that this is what they want. This is not what they want. This is what they're gonna do, and their actions show it. You know. I mean, the PC and the mobile is where they want to go. The PC and the mobile is where they have the most benefits. The PC and the mobile is where the vast majority of the games are built for. You know what I mean? Those games are all built for not PlayStation, but PC and mobile. I don't know if I said this, but all of the growth is in PC and mobile. You know, the console is fucking dying. You know what I'm saying? And that kills me because it's like you have so many people who will, like I said, try to hold on to everything, every little thing to try to make it seem like it's better than what it is, and you're literally killing your fucking brand by doing that.
What did you think of Suki's responses?
Which part of it?
For liking Xbox.
I don't necessarily have a problem with his responses, you know, because I can understand to a degree. You know what I mean? I do think that, I don't really think that it has so much to do, like I said, with Sony not doing something, which is the reason why he's not coming over to PlayStation. I just think he's biased, too biased, you know? I think he's gonna find any reason to want to stay over at Xbox. You know what I mean? Even if Sony does come out with a bunch of multiplayer games, he'll probably just boot it up, try it for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, and then turn it off and go back and play Gears of War. You know what I mean?
But the thing is, he doesn't play Gears of War.
Whatever game he plays.
No, but I say that because it's not exclusive to Microsoft. I mean, Xbox. The games that he plays.
Oh yeah, you mean like PC and cloud and all that?
Yeah, they're regular third-party games.
Yeah.
Which begs the question as to why are you even over there in the first place? Why don't you just get a PC? And I think that's a legitimate response, man.
I understand if you like the console, you know what I mean? You know, just kind of like us, you know, we like the console.
I mean, I like the Vita, but the Vita don't have any games. It doesn't. Like they stopped making games for it, so the console's amazing. I mean, but what am I gonna play?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's where, you know, a lot of people need to kind of draw the line, man. You know, and take a stand. And I think I think the problem with Microsoft, right, and their fan base, and the people who are vocal, really vocal, right, I think that they have too much to lose, man, or they feel like they have too much to lose, right? They've created such a tight-knit community, right, around, whatever, trying to make Xbox seem better than what it is. Positivity, you know, we're all gamers, we're all this, and you have these influencers, man, who are basically paid by Microsoft via whatever way, you know, trips, you know, free stuff, all this shit, right?
See, but it's like me. I moved to Florida, right? And whatever people that I had in New Jersey, right, I left behind. Now, I could have just stayed in New Jersey, but the value of the people was just garbage. What the fuck is the point of me being there? You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. Yeah, I totally agree, man. You know, I don't think a lot of those people would make that step. I don't mean you know, moving per se. I mean just willing.
But it's not. But it's nothing open. Your relationships and shit are ass.
I don't know what it is, man. That's why I was telling you the other day, and I've said this many times. I really don't understand why somebody would stay there, right? The only thing that I could possibly think of, right, is maybe nostalgia. You know, you remember the times when you were playing on your 360 and, you know, you were playing Left 4 Dead or Halo and Gears of War or whatever, right? And those were great times. And you know, that kind of experience kind of like migrated over to the Xbox One, and Xbox One with their game started off stronger than the way it ended. You know what I mean? And then now it's like your mind is stuck on what it used to be instead of acknowledging what it is, and you try to hold on to whatever is quote unquote positive, right? And you overlook all of the things that's causing it to decline and fail. You know, and and I think that's a problem. I don't know why somebody would want to stick around. Like bro, this thing with this ABK shit, man, is not little. I cannot stress that enough. This is not a small thing. You know what I mean? This is not like, you know, oh, we're gonna brush it under the rug after a couple of days. Oh, Redfall was 30 frames per second, and then everybody forgets about it in a week or two. No, motherfucker, this shit is big. This is some big shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like this whole deal that they were basically banking on at this point just fucking fell through. You know what I mean? And all of these people who literally dedicated a whole year and a half to try to make sure that this thing went through.
And I'll never forget that shit, yo. I sat there, and I remember I was getting a new jacket when I was in New Jersey, the yellow jacket. And then they came out and said that they fucking purchased Activision. You know? And how the internet collapsed.
It did. And now it's oh, Microsoft can do it without ABK. What? No. This is the time Microsoft has literally failed you in what they promised you. They failed everybody, not even just the consumer. Look, think about all the people that they went into these actual agreements with, man. They just failed all of those fucking people and all this shit.
Oh, by the way, Activision was like, yo, the Switch will just not run Call of Duty well. So like all this shit,
Who said that?
Activision.
Oh, they directly said that? Oh, well.
Mm-hmm. Now the shoe comes out.
Oh yeah, yeah, fucking lying, man. I can't, man. And like I said, I can't stress this enough, man. It's not small, and the reason why I say it's not small is because, like, this should be right. This should be the moment where a lot of people walk away. Like, I don't what else is there, bro? You know what I mean? They've already failed you in a lot of other ways. 2022 was one of the worst fucking years that Microsoft has had in a while. You know what I mean? And if nothing changes, I think next year is going to be just as bad as last year. You know? And now the biggest thing, yo, it was so big. Like, we had people like Destin, for example, right? Destin was out here dancing for fucking clicks, man. Talking about, yo, this nigga really said this, man. He said the only way that Microsoft will be able to compete is if they buy this deal. I mean, buy this company. He literally said, I'm not making that shit up. He literally said that. And I'm like, bro, what? And it's like now, all of a sudden, oh, Microsoft, we don't need them. We don't need ABK. Game Pass is still growing. What? No. No. This is where you need to make a stand, bro. Like, you need to criticize them, man. This is the time where you need to start criticizing, man. You should have been doing it already. But this is something big, bro. You cannot sweep this shit under the rug. You know what I'm saying? This is not a sweepable under the rug type of thing. You know what I'm saying? This is big, man. Like, Microsoft, they put their foot in their mouths, man. They made all of these fucking agreements. They promised their fans all this shit. They were talking about all of this expansion and growth and how they were going to have so many new active members and how they were going to have all these games and Game Pass and all these new players, how they were going to add them into the ecosystem and stuff, and then all of a sudden that's just gone. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I actually feel kind of bad, man. Like, low-key. It's not for the bots, the fanboys. I don't feel bad about them niggas. But I feel bad for the actual fans of the actual console and the brand. You know, because I know that there were some people who were actually looking forward to this shit, man, and Microsoft fucking failed them. You know, like there was somebody that I was looking at earlier today, man, and he posted a tweet that I thought was like simultaneously funny, but also I felt bad, man, because this dude was like really looking forward to Call of Duty, right? And don't get me wrong, these motherfuckers be out here, you know, saying some shit about PlayStation as well. I get that, right? My human side empathizes with them, or sympathizes, whatever one, right? To a degree, right? My pony side finds this shit funny as fuck. but at the end of the day, man, like they're still people, you know what I mean? Like we might not agree, but they're still people who like a brand and stuff, man. So it's like to have a company fail you that much, man. You need to, you know, like I said, draw a line in the sand, and you need to make a stand. You know what I mean? You can't take that disappointment and just shrug it off, man. I don't think you should, bro. I hit my breaking point back in 2017, man. I haven't really looked back, and I haven't really had a reason to look back because they haven't really changed. As a matter of fact, it's gotten fucking worse. You know, but a lot of people didn't hit that shit yet. Actually, a lot of people did. Some of the people who are like